I covered the occult of San Francisco many times in previous videos. I found this shopping center located in San Francisco very interesting. Diamond Heights Shopping Center. I'm going to touch upon the occult of each one of these companies. First off, before I get to the companies, taking a look at the shopping center itself. Of course, Diamond Heights. This represents the flat earth with the firmament, diamonds in the sky. Diamond Heights, of course, the highest point. Now you get Safeway. Touch upon this. This is as above, so below, or the 6 and 9 with the yin and the yang. Bank of America, the occult of the dual stripes. You got 3 sets. You get your 311 for 33, and you get Walgreens, and you get the witch's cauldron. Now, it reminds me of this Bible verse from Revelation where it talks about, for thy merchants were great men of the earth, for by their sorceries were all nations deceived. Understanding all these companies, these are all Masons, and the very top of Masonry is nothing more than Satanism. Taking a look at this Safeway storefront logo, and again you get the 6 and the 9. Taking a look at this older photo back from the 50s, in this one store in Fontana, California. Again, talking about the logo itself, it's nothing more than a 6 and a 9, the yin and the yang, and the S in the middle. Just taking a look at this monument in London, England. Interesting address. Take a closer look. 69 Park Lane, London. Okay, of course, you got the 6 and 9 and S, like I said, just like Safeway. Okay, again, all these companies are all run by cultists. They're all Masons. They wouldn't have their companies, nationwide, in many cases worldwide, unless they were Masons. It's that simple. Now, getting back to this design, the 6 and 9, yin and the yang, just take a look at the address itself. Again, 6 and 9, 69 Park Lane. You get the 69, of course, with the occult as above and so below, and Park Lane just so happens to be 33. This is how clever they are and how far they go with these occultists, selecting this exact location to be 6 and 9 in the address itself, with the street name being Park Lane. Every little concept, you get Park Lane, you get your 33. Now, getting back to Safeway and the occult of Safeway, take a look at their brand logo. See here once again the 6 and 9, and they had their generic brand called Crown Colony. You get your CC for 33. You can see here as well. Now, again, with the occult of Safeway, looking at this vintage Safeway's ad from the 50s. Nothing new under the sun. Again, covering the right eye with the logo of the yin and the yang, the as above, so below. People need to understand this. The entire concept, as I've shown before, it's all about the blinded in the right eye Antichrist. Just like it's mentioned in the Bible. The Antichrist is blinded in the right eye as mentioned in Zechariah 11:17. Now, people need to understand this. People in society are given false meanings for everything. Everything we're told by basic society, the TV, the textbooks, it's nothing but a lie. Everything is the exact opposite. Take a look here at Albert Pike talking about Masonry, like all religions, all about deception. Only the very elect know the meaning. Everybody else is given false explanations, misleading those that only are meant to be misled, to conceal the truth with giving basically false information, again, to what things mean. Understand, again, even lower level Masons are deceived. Only the top level Masons know the true meaning of these signs and symbols, where Albert Pike, former Southern general, the founder of the KKK, of course, KKK is 11 for 33. Okay, this is Albert Pike. He has the Baphomet symbol on his necklace here, and he talks about how Lucifer is the true God. Understand, the people that run this world, they are all Luciferian, satanic, Satan worshippers. That's what it all comes down to. Just like I showed many times, the KKK, the 11th letter in the alphabet. That's why they changed the C to a K to get your 33. And for those that follow my channel, you'll understand the world's a stage. Not just the white supremacist group, also the so-called resistance with the Black Panthers. The original 6 members of the Black Panther Party. Okay, you have Elbert Howard and Huey Newton. Just take a look at these names. Again, always about the occult. And of course, being formed in 1966, all about the occult. You get Howard, you get 33. You get Newton, just like Newtown, Connecticut is 33. They control all sides of these divide and conquer. This is their classic structure of control, is the divide and conquer. Keeping us all fighting, keeps the eyes off those that run things. That's what it's all about. Now, getting back, I don't want to get too far off subject, but this is something I wanted to cover with this entire presentation as well. Just throw it in there. Now, again, getting back to the occult, when it comes to, like I said, Freemasonry, when it comes to Safeway, just take a look at this Masonic Lodge and all the occult, white and black checkerboard floor. Take a look at the top here, top portion. You see the G, as I mentioned before, which is 33. A through Z is 26. You get to G. Go over again, it's 33. Take a closer look again. As I mentioned before, when you look at the so-called Star of David, basically it's 2 intertwined pyramids. But in actuality, it first starts off as a diamond. Split the diamond in half, move it up, and that's how you get the so-called Star of David, which is, again, stars, diamonds, they're one and the same. Shooting stars, they form diamonds, as I shown before in my previous video. Now, again, the occult of the 6 and 9, as above, so below on the shield. Take a look here once again when it comes to diamond heights. So I showed here the Safeway. Almost looks like if you invert this, it looks like home plate with baseball. You get your 2 basic diamond shapes. Now again, diamond heights, as I shown before. Getting back on topic with the occult of Safeway. Once again, take a look how far they go with the 33. The current CEO, his name is Robert G. Miller. Just take a look. Basically, Robert G. Miller is 666 when it comes to numerology. First off, let's take a look at the first name, Robert. You get your 33. Let's take a look again at the G. You get your 33. Of course, Miller, 33. Amazing how far they go, these Masons. You get your 3, 3, and 6. 3, 3, and 6. 3, 3, and 6. You get your 666 with Robert G. Miller. Here's an image of him, or a photo in his profile. Albertsons and Safeway merged. So it says he's the executive chairman and CEO of Albertsons, but they're one and the same. I found this interesting too. They're in 2,200. They have 2,200 stores across 33 states. And also, when it comes to Pythagorean numerology, an L and a C are 3, so you get your 3, 3, 3 as well for the occult of 333. As you can see here on the chart itself, Pythagorean numerology, your C and 11 are 3. So that, again, that's how you get your 333 coded. Every little detail they do, it's pretty amazing. Now, when it comes to Bank of America, let's take a look here. Again, you're going to get your 33. As you can see here, just like the KKK, you have your 2 stripes, 3 sets. Get your 11, 11, 11 for 33 with Bank of America. The red and blue for purple, which is royalty. Now, San Francisco, nearby Daly City, so happened to be on a 33 address, 33 South Avenue for Daly City, and 33 New Montgomery Street in San Francisco. This is how far they go. Okay, take a look here as well. Now, taking a look at the Bank of America building in Houston, Texas, you get the occult with the 3 pyramids or the 3 diamonds, as I mentioned before in other videos, previous videos. Take a look here at Austin, Texas, how basically not only the United States, our whole world It's run by Masons. Take a look at these buildings. The eyes of the owl. The whole concept of the owl. This is Austin, Texas once again. This is the day. This is at night. Unbelievable how far they go, these occultists. Now, getting back to the cult of the diamond, as I mentioned, before I move on to Walgreens and the cult of that company, again, the Diamond Heights, you've got the firmament, stars in the sky, which I mentioned states in the Bible how stars fall to earth, which creates diamonds. Even science says so. I mentioned it before with news articles stating how basically so-called meteorites and asteroids fall to the earth and create diamonds when they're actually literally falling stars. Diamond is 33. Now, this is how far they go with the entire concept when it comes to Diamond Heights in San Francisco. Look at the zip code. In this region, everything starts with 94. Then after 94 changes, of course, you get your 131 or you get your 311 for 33 for the occult of Diamond in 33. This is how far they go. It's pretty fascinating, pretty interesting. Now, we're just taking a look at Diamond Heights, San Francisco, and just look at all the occult here. You have Amber Street. You have Diamond Heights Boulevard, of course. Take a look. You're going to move this over a bit. And you're going to see Diamond Street. This is Diamond Street here. It's over again. You have Gold Mine Drive, Topaz Way. Unbelievable. You have Diamond Heights basic apartments here. Like I said, the Walgreens. You have the baseball diamond next to Diamond Heights Shopping Center. You have here the San Francisco Police Academy, and police, as I mentioned in numerology, is 33. You have Jade Place, all about the occult. Wow, unbelievable how they do this, how the Masons that own and control all of our society have put this all together. Again, unbelievable. Just for reference, a better look at all these streets and all the occult street names again. If I can see that diamond, and here's your Diamond Street. It was kind of difficult to see earlier. Once again, very fascinating how our society is run, and people can live their whole lives in this neighborhood and have no understanding or the significance of what this is all about with the occult of the diamond. There's actual photos from the top of Diamond Heights in San Francisco. You see the pyramid, Trans-American building, this tower in the back. Here's a little bit of a close-up from Diamond Heights. And here is a street vantage point of the so-called Trans-American pyramid or diamond at the top. So how far they go with every little aspect when it comes to these Masons. All these little hidden coded things in plain sight. Now, getting onto Walgreens and the occult of Walgreens. Everybody has seen this logo, and you see this little pot, which looks like a pot with a little stick sticking out of it. And what it all comes down to, it's all about witchcraft. It's basically a cauldron. And take a look at all those stars. You get the blue pot and the red stars. Of course, the occult of red and blue making purple for royalty. And here's just another close-up of this cauldron. In pharmacies, it's all about witchcraft. Pharmaceuticals with the Greek meaning. I'll get to that in a little bit. Here's a pagan cauldron. You can see the stars, of course, and the occult of the spiral swirl. You get your swirls here as well with this necklace. Now, taking a look here, when it comes to pharmaceutical, Walgreens is a drugstore. The Greek meaning of pharmaceutical basically means to practice witchcraft or to use medicine. This is all about duality. Witchcraft and medicine, poison, or to medicine. So again, dual meanings, all about duality when it comes to Freemasonry. Here's another look at the storefront, and this is literal when it comes to poison, when it comes to vaccines. Wow, how far they go, how they love to mock having Walgreens, this so-called pharmaceutical drugstore. Anybody that's awake will know the dangers of vaccines. Get your vaccine shot. And of course, here's your basic witch's cauldron with the stars illuminated and the little stick, or whatever you want to call it, sticking out of the cauldron. Now, interesting enough, when it comes to, again, Walgreens, okay, the name Walgreens. Take a look here. I think this is just an amazing coincidence when it comes to these numbers. These knuckleheads that come in my channel think I just throw these numbers together. It's just all a coincidence. Take a look at Walgreens and 33, okay? It's just a coincidence. Don't even bother watching my videos. Don't bother coming to my channels. Don't bother commenting on my videos whatsoever, because you're just going to get blocked because you have no understanding. Too much pride and ego to admit you've been deceived your whole life. Okay? That's what it all comes down to. Now, biblical references where it states here, but the sorcerers shall have their part in a lake which burns with fire and brimstone, which is their second death. And like I mentioned earlier with Revelation, how through sorcery all nations were deceived. Okay? And that's what it's all about. Now, take a look here when it comes to Greek meaning of demon, which means knowledge. Okay? And science means knowledge in Latin. So you see, the whole thing with science is demonic. Everything we're told about science, gravity, so-called gravity, going to space, the so-called spinning ball earth. People talk about science, how much they love science. They love basically this demonic basic manipulation that's happening to their minds by these, again, merchants, these sorcery that's being taken place and manipulating the minds. Now, to conclude this video, I'm going to touch upon something else, another subject I've touched upon recently when it comes to the 33 Chilean miners and that hoax. Just take a look here at the details. This happened back in 2010, and you get your occult again. There's more occult with the supposed 33 trapped miners. It was exactly 69 days. This all took place from August 5th to October 13th. Again, the occult of 6 and 9 when it comes to Freemasonry. Now take a look here. Pope Francis. Take a look here. I believe that's Pope Francis. Could be mistaken. Can't see who this is, of course. Get their back towards me. Anyways, take a look here when it comes to, again, the 33 miners in the way they spell October in Spanish. It's basically the same as English. They just reverse the R and the E. And you get your 33 with the English October, and of course, with Spanish. They keep it the same, so they keep that 33 so important. They basically turn numbers into letters with both languages. They need to keep that 33 in numerology. Very interesting. Still very sad at the same time. Again, how these merchants of the world use sorcery to deceive. And as always, all these occultic symbols all over society in plain sight. And the masses have no concept, no idea why they do what they do. Because, of course, they're not going to teach this in elementary schools, high schools, college, or university. Why would they? This is the so-called elite that own and control this world, keeping the masses dumbed down and not knowing what's actually taking place in this world. When the Bible states Satan deceives this world, it is very literal.
Like a 24 miles from Beirut, are the imposing ruins of Baalbek. There is mention of this place in the Old Testament's Book of Kings.
Baalbek in particular is a very good example. That has the trilithon. Those are the largest stones in the world ever used for construction. They're so large we don't even know their actual weight. Those stones were somehow quarried, moved 5 miles, lifted 25-30 feet in the air, and placed together so closely that you can't fit a razor blade or a piece of paper in between them. We have no idea how they did it. We don't have a crane in the world that can lift weights anywhere near what those things are.
No one knows for sure, but according to Arab tradition, the earliest temples were built here after the Great Flood by a tribe of giants for the biblical king Nimrod.